We live as if we are the directors of an elaborate play, believing we can script every scene, control every outcome, manage every variable. We clutch our plans like sacred scrolls, convinced that if we just think hard enough, worry thoroughly enough, prepare obsessively enough, we can bend reality to our will. But what if I told you that this very belief, this fundamental assumption about life, is the source of most human suffering? The illusion of control is perhaps the most seductive lie we tell ourselves. It feels so reasonable, so necessary. After all, don't we control our thoughts? Don't we choose our actions? Don't we plan our futures? And yet, if you look honestly at your life, you will see that the most significant events, the moments that truly shaped who you are, came to you like weather, unexpected and uninvited. You did not control when you were born, or to whom. You did not choose your first language, your early experiences, the particular combination of genes that make you who you are. Even now, as an adult, you cannot control your heartbeat, your dreams, or the thoughts that arise unbidden in your mind. You cannot control whether others will love you, whether your plans will succeed, or when your time on this earth will end. The harder we grip, the more life slips through our fingers like water. This is not a flaw in the system, it is the system. Life is not a machine to be operated, but a dance to be danced. And you cannot control a dance. You can only move with it, respond to it, become one with its rhythm. Most of us learned very early that control equals safety. If I can just manage all the variables, we think, I can avoid pain, guarantee happiness, secure my future. This belief drives us to become micromanagers of existence itself. We try to control our image, our reputation, our relationships. We attempt to control outcomes, other people's opinions, even our own emotions. But notice what happens when you try to control your feelings. Try right now to force yourself to feel happy. Try to command your mind to stop worrying about something that concerns you. You will discover immediately that the very effort to control these inner states creates resistance, tension, the opposite of what you seek. The more you chase happiness, the more it eludes you. The more you fight anxiety, the stronger it becomes. This is because control and flow are fundamentally incompatible. Control requires rigidity, prediction, the ability to freeze life into manageable components. But life is fluid, spontaneous, alive in ways that constantly surprise us. To insist on control is like trying to catch the wind in a net. The very attempt destroys what you're trying to capture. Consider a master musician. They do not control the music in the way a factory worker controls a machine. They respond to the music. They dance with it. They let it move through them. They have developed skill, yes, but skill in the art of spontaneous response, not rigid control. The most beautiful music emerges not from forcing notes into predetermined patterns, but from the delicate balance between preparation and surrender. And yet, the ego mind recoils from this truth. It insists that without control, there would be chaos, that we would become passive victims of circumstance. But this reveals a profound misunderstanding of what it means to let go of control. Letting go of control is not resignation or passivity. It is the recognition that true power comes not from forcing life to comply with your will, but from aligning yourself with the deeper intelligence that governs all existence. When you stop trying to control the river, you discover you can learn to swim with the current. When you stop trying to control the weather, you learn to dance in the rain. When you stop trying to control other people, you discover authentic relationship. This is not weakness. It is the highest form of strength. The wise person understands that they are not separate from life, trying to control it from the outside. They are life itself, expressing itself through this particular form. Just as your heart beats without your conscious direction, just as your body heals, cuts without your management, just as plants grow toward the sun without courses in navigation, There is an intelligence working through you that is far more sophisticated than your conscious planning mind. But we have been taught to distrust this intelligence. We have been conditioned to believe that conscious control is superior to unconscious wisdom. We think the part should manage the whole, that the wave should direct the ocean, that the individual should master the universe. This is like believing that your left hand should control your right hand, forgetting that they both belong to the same body. Most anxiety comes from this fundamental error. We worry because we believe we are responsible for controlling outcomes that are actually beyond our influence. We suffer because we resist what is already happening. We exhaust ourselves trying to push the river in the direction it is already flowing. What would happen if you stopped? What if you ceased this endless effort to manage reality and instead began to trust the process that brought you into existence in the first place? What if you recognized that the same intelligence that orchestrates the movement of galaxies and the timing of seasons is also working through your life, even when you cannot see its pattern? This does not mean becoming passive or irresponsible. It means distinguishing between what is actually within your influence and what is not. You can choose your response, but you cannot choose what you are responding to. You can plant seeds, but you cannot force them to grow. You can offer love, but you cannot compel others to receive it. True wisdom lies in focusing your energy on what is actually within your domain while releasing your grip on everything else. This is the art of effortless action, of Wu Wei, of moving with such harmony with the natural flow of things that your actions seem to happen by themselves. When you live this way, a curious thing occurs. You discover that life becomes more cooperative, not less. Opportunities arise that you could never have planned. Solutions appear that you could never have engineered. Resources flow to you in ways that seem almost magical, but which are actually the natural result of aligning yourself with the deeper patterns of existence. You begin to understand that control is not only impossible, but unnecessary. The universe has been managing quite well without your supervision for billions of years. The sun rises, the tides turn, the seasons change, all without your input. Your body digests food, your blood circulates, your cells regenerate, all beyond your conscious control. Perhaps there is a wisdom here worth trusting. The fear of losing control is really the fear of discovering who you truly are. As long as you believe you are the one in charge, you can maintain the illusion of being separate, independent, self-made. But when you release this burden, you discover something far more profound. You are not the controller of life. You are life itself, temporarily expressed through this particular form. In this recognition, the question of control dissolves entirely. How can you control what you are? How can the ocean control the ocean? How can existence manage existence? The very idea becomes absurd, like asking which of your eyes is looking at the other. And in that moment of recognition, a great peace descends. Not the peace of having everything under control, but the peace of realizing that control was never yours to begin with. You are not the burden bearer of the universe. You are not responsible for outcomes beyond your influence. You are not the author of reality, trying to write a story that makes sense. You are reality itself, unfolding as it will, expressing itself through the unique instrument that is your life. This is the ultimate liberation. Not the freedom to control everything, but the freedom from needing to control anything. In this freedom you discover that your true power was never in forcing life to conform to your will, but in dancing so beautifully with what is that you become indistinguishable from the dance itself. So let go. Not because you are weak, but because you are strong enough to trust. Not because you are giving up, but because you are finally ready to receive. The life you have been trying so hard to control is already perfect, already unfolding exactly as it should. Your only job is to wake up to this truth and let yourself be lived by the infinite intelligence that breathes you, moves you, and loves through you. Control is indeed the biggest lie you believe, but in releasing it, you discover something far more beautiful than any outcome you could have planned. You discover that you are not separate from the mystery of existence. You are the mystery itself, playing at being human, pretending for a while that you need to be in control, until one day you remember who you really are and laugh at the beautiful joke of it all. If this message resonated with something deep within you, if you felt a recognition, a stirring, perhaps even a gentle resistance to these words, I invite you to sit with that feeling. Don't rush to control it or analyze it away. Simply let it be there, like a seed planted in fertile ground. Sometimes the most profound transformations begin not with doing, but with allowing. And remember, you're not alone on this journey of awakening. Each of us is learning to dance with the mystery in our own unique way.